What's up, people? How are we doing today? In today's quick video, we're going to go over the exact set structure. You don't know how many times I fucked that one up. Exact set structure that all y'all need to be using in order to consistently increase your strength and build some quality, lean, dense muscle while you're at it. This is the most efficient, systematic set structure that all y'all can be using to put on mass and increase your strength.
This is something like the Holocaust. Millions of our people lost. Bow our heads and pray to the Lord. Till I die, I'm a fucking boss.
Like we went over in last week's video, and like I keep freaking emphasizing, the number one driver of anyone's physique is going to be progressive overload. You need to be getting stronger week by week in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's adding more weight to the bar or doing more reps, as long as it was somehow better than the last week. So essentially, finding the quickest way to put on muscle comes down to finding the easiest way to get stronger. The systematic set structure that all y'all are gonna implement as of the next workout you have is known as reverse pyramid training. And it's essentially gonna ensure that you're either constantly adding more weight to the bar or adding in more reps to each set, which in turn is going to guarantee muscular development. You're going to be getting bigger, stronger, and harder muscles if you do this. And just for the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to reverse pyramid training as RPT, just so it's quicker to say. RPT is going to involve 3 intense, heavy ass sets. After a quick yet intentful warm up, which stay tuned, we'll get into at the very end of the video, you are going to jump into your heaviest weight for 4 to 6 reps. Then for your second set, you're gonna decrease the weight by about 10, maybe 15%, and this time you're shooting for 6 to 8 reps. And for your third and final set, you're gonna bump the weight down one last time by, again, 10 to 15%. And for this last set, you're gonna be shooting for 8 to 10 reps. So essentially, you're going to start with your heaviest set and then pyramid the weight down while increasing the amount of reps you're doing per set. And this 4 to 10 rep range is the perfect sweet spot, especially for all your compound movements, to consistently develop strength and size. And I'll get into an example in a quick second, but the goal of reverse pyramid training is to constantly be pushing for that upper end of the rep range. So once you've successfully hit the upper end of the rep range, the following week, the following workout, you're gonna add 5 pounds to the bar. And this is known as a double progression model. It basically ensures constant improvement in either the amount of weight you're moving or the amount of reps you're doing. And the reason it is by miles the most superior set structure, especially for your compound movements, is because it's centralized on this number one fundamental principle of progressive overload. Y'all are going to be systematically increasing your strength and your muscle mass on a week by week basis. All right, so for example, let's say my first workout, I'm gonna go in and bench 225 for 4. My goal for the following workout is to hit 225, but this time for 5 to 6 reps. Once I've successfully hit 225 for 6 reps, that next workout, I'm gonna bump the weight up to 230 and then shoot for 4 to 5 reps. I'm going to repeat this process across all 3 sets for every single compound movement. So essentially, once I've hit 6 reps, 8 reps, and 10 reps for my first, second, and third set respectively, I'm going to add 5 pounds to every single one of those. So if my first set, I'm benching 225, then the second set decreased by about 10%. It'll probably be around 205. And then for the third set, bump it down another 10%, we'll say 185. So once I've hit 225 for 6, 205 for 8, and then 185 for 10, I'm going to add 5 pounds to every single one of those movements and then shoot for the lower end of the rep range. But except this time, I'm doing it with more weight than I did the previous time. And just to clarify, let's say on that first set, I only hit 4 reps, but on that second set, I successfully hit 8 reps. On that second set, I have the green light to add 5 pounds. But for that first set, since I didn't hit the upper end of the rep range, I have to keep going until I hit 6 reps. Then I can add more weight for that first one. Now, generally, a lot of your fitness experts or gurus, whatever you want to call them, are going to recommend standard pyramid training, which essentially is starting with your lightest weight for the most amount of reps and then pyramiding the weight up to get to your heaviest set. And I'm guilty of this. I used to do it for football early on in high school before I knew what I was doing. And like, it's just fucking stupid. Like, by the time you get to your heaviest set, you're gonna be gassed, your muscles are gonna be exhausted, and you're not gonna be able to push with the same intensity for that personal record, which is exactly what you want. Like I said, you wanna be moving as much weight as humanly possible. And you're not gonna be able to do that if you're tired from the subsequent sets that you had. So the first exercise in every single one of your workouts is by far gonna be the most important. It's the one you're prioritizing and giving the most attention to. But that being said, if you're going for 6 reps, I want y'all to pick a weight that you can barely do 7 to 8 reps. No half-assing it, you need to want it. The point is to be pushing your body to that limit. And if you just settle for the number that you have in your head, but could have easily gotten 3 or 4 more reps before tapping out, you're not pushing your body to that threshold and you're not gonna elicit the same response. High key, the exact same principle as conditioning for athletes. If you're not actually pushing yourself, you're not going to be able to run longer distances without getting tired. You're half-assing it. It's not gonna work. Same exact principle applies to progressive overload. If you're not pushing your body to that limit in the amount of weight you're moving, you're not gonna grow and get better than you were. And beside the actual set structure itself, the most important takeaway from this video, what I'm about to tell you right now, I can tell you exactly what the fuck to do. I can tell you exactly how the fuck to do it, but at the end of the day, you're the one who needs to fucking want it. If you don't want it, if you're not motivated, you're not gonna be pushing yourself in the gym and you're not gonna be lifting with the intensity that you need to force that growth. And this intensity is exactly what's gonna drive your physique forward. I want you guys to push every single set 1 to 2 reps away from failure. I don't want you guys to gas out, especially early on in the workout, but you wanna milk as much out of that set as possible without going overboard. One important note for this set structure is that's my dog right there, Prince. Prince, say what's up. He's tired, he's cashed out. Anyways, something very important that all y'all should be doing is taking your sweet time resting in between your sets. By that, I mean take a full 3 to 5 minutes. Muscle is actually just a side effect of strength. If you're getting stronger, you're going to put on muscle. So it's really important to give your muscles adequate rest time to fully recoup, fully recover its energy so that you can push as much weight as possible from set to set. And again, this set structure and rest time only really applies to your compound movements because you want to be as strong as you can be for those. For your lighter weight, higher rep pump training stuff, you're going to be resting about 60 to 90 seconds just because you're not as worried about lifting as much weight as possible. Intermission right quick. If y'all feel as though you are getting any value from this video whatsoever, please feel free to subscribe down below for some similar killer content. And now time for the warm up. Jumping into your heaviest set right off the bat is not gonna be very easy if your muscles are not warmed up. So take about 3 sets to warm up and build up to your heaviest weight. You wanna execute these warm up sets with the exact same form that you're going to be using for your heavy sets. Like Coach always said, practice how you play. And if you're warming up with some jank, broke ass form, you're really not gonna be getting anything from it. The point of these warm-ups is not at all to fatigue you. I see so many people do like 4 sets of 20 for a warm-up. You're gonna be gassed by the time you get to your working set. The point is to simply lock in your form, activate your muscles, get some blood flow into them, and wake up your nervous system to prime your body to move heavy weight. So like I said, I'll usually warm up with about 3 sets, and I'm gonna put them on the screen just so it's easier to follow along. But first set, 4 to 6 reps for about 40% of my heaviest weight. Second set is going to be about 2 to 4 reps with 60% of my heaviest weight. And that last third warm up is going to be with 80% of my heaviest set for just 1 to 2 reps, again, to wake up my nervous system and get my body ready to move some heavy weight. For the warm ups, you only really need to be resting a minute or 2 in between them. You're not gonna be pushing yourself super hard. Like I said, you don't wanna fatigue yourself, but essentially you're taking off 1 to 2 reps from each warm up and bumping the weight up about 20%. And I'm telling y'all from experience, I know for a fact that this method of training seriously reduces the chances of your lifts plateauing, especially in the long run. It is, without a fucking doubt, the most systematic and effective way to consistently and sustainably build strength and size. Y'all are going to be getting stronger week by week on all your key lifts and will therefore develop some sexy, swole ass muscles to go along with it. And just before I wrap it up right quick, I have been on a cut this month just to show you guys some of the progress that I've made. Some good ass lighting, I should take advantage of it. But like I said, I'll be getting a DEXA scan next week, which essentially reveals your body fat percentage, how much muscle you have, your bone density, and I will be doing a $30 giveaway in cash, Venmo, PayPal, whatever it is, to whoever guesses my body fat correctly or whoever gets closest to it. So stay tuned next week for details on how to enter. If you guys got any sort of value from this video, hit that like button down below. And if you guys want to see more killer content on how to easily and sustainably melt off fat and pack on some quality muscle in a way that's effortlessly woven into your everyday lifestyle, hit that subscribe button down below. I'll be posting every single Sunday. Thank you guys.